Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now, for those of you who saw my last video on my Bong Joon-ho ranking, I sort of teased that this video was coming. It's something I wanted to do for a while because it's probably the best movie app, let's face it. Today, I'm going to be going over my Letterboxd account with you guys. Now, before we get started, obviously, if you guys want to follow me on Letterboxd, there is a link in the description. So, yeah, if you want to, feel free, go over there. Give me a follow. Why not? You don't have to, but you can if you want. Anyway, so we're going to just have a look at my Letterboxd account today, just to show you sort of what this app website is like if you haven't used it. And yeah, just to give you, I don't know, I just thought it'd be a good video idea. Why not? Why not? Let's do it. So anyway, let's bring it up. So this is my account, the Movie Bug account, even though I think my name still comes under, yeah, look, you've got like, it's also linked to my Twitter, which you can see right there, and also goes to my Spotify if you want to listen to my podcast, so it's linked to that as well. Now, the thing I love about this is that it always keeps you up to date with where you are with your films. So I have, at this time, logged 1,281 movies. Now, when I actually started this app last year or so, it was, I think, in the very high 800s or very low 900s. So I've watched a lot of films over the last couple years while having this. This year, I've watched or logged 64 films. I've got 28 lists, and I'm following 146 people. And amazingly, I have 335 followers, which is pretty crazy because I don't ever promote my Letterboxd. For me, I used to log films on like a notes page on my phone. Whenever I'd watch a movie, I'd be like, right, watch this movie. And I'd put it in like a ranking or whatever if it needed to be in one. But this app is just so much easier than just having a messy notes page. So this does it brilliantly. Of course, when you start up your account, you can add your favourite films. So Star Wars has to be there. I'd put like 3 Star Wars films there, but I thought, I don't want to just fill it up with Star Wars. I put Aliens, which could potentially change. Jurassic Park needs to be there. That's one of my very favourites. Grew up with it. And I wanted to put a Lord of the Rings film on there, and I thought, well, my favourite's Return of the King. So, yeah, all 4 incredible movies. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. You know, they're all brilliant films. And then just recent activity there. So I have recently reviewed Sweet Girl, Pig, Snake Eyes, and Reminiscence. Yeah, I'm not going to review any of these on the channel if you guys are wondering. However, of course, you can go look at my mini reviews here on my account, where you can see them here. Here's Sweet Girl. Here is Pig. And, you know, we got the Green Knight on there as well. You know, there's a... Yeah. However, you could just go to diary entries here, and you can just see every film I've reviewed. I tend to just do a load on the same day. As you can see here, the 23rd, 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 23rd. I done loads on the 13th. Just really got caught up with my reviews. I still review films on here that I see that I do reviews for on the channel. So, like, I did a review on the channel for The Suicide Squad. So, I just done, like, a brief one on here, as you can see. And I start off the review always by saying full movie review on my channel. But, yeah, so things like The Jungle Cruise, which I didn't review here on the channel. You can see a mini review over on my Letterboxd if you're interested. But, yeah, so this goes back ages. You know, you go... Got 4 pages worth here, the bottom ones. Tom and Jerry and Capone there with 2 very low scores. But yeah, but my very, very favourite thing about Letterboxd is definitely the lists. This really helps me keep up to date with how I feel about certain films and stuff. Because as I say, when you watch as many films as me, you know, you do forget them. So it's really helpful for me. As you can see here, I've got a 2021 ranking. I'm not going to open this one because... You know, you guys can go just check this out. As I say, there is a link in the description, so you guys can just go look at this. I'm not going to open the 2021 ranking because, you know, we'll do a big ranking at the end of the year here on my channel. So we'll look at some others. I've got some monster films. This is one of my favourite rankings that I'm doing. Every time I watch a big kaiju monster movie, it goes on this ranking. So we got Godzilla, we got King Kong, we got Gamera on this list. What else have we got on here? We got Dimension, Pacific Rim, you know, you got big kaijus in that counts. Yeah, so we got loads of stuff on here. But yeah, you can see here my least favourite, all the way to my favourite, which is the 2014 Godzilla movie. You guys know I'm a big fan of that one. And we got the new Godzilla vs. Kong there, just in front of the original, which I do quite like a bit. It might be a little bit too high there. That's the thing, you can always just change these lists. Like, I think that one probably could go down a couple, could go down to around the Peter Jackson King Kong. It's probably on that sort of level. But yeah, so that's great. And then, of course, you know, I'm also watching at the minute these classic horror films for the first time, like the Halloweens. I've done the original 8 films now. I've done all 7 of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Currently doing Chucky, and I will be doing Friday the 13th eventually. And yeah, as you can see, I've ranked them as well here. We've got Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween 2, Nightmare on Elm Street 3. We've got the Child's Plays. All the way down to my least favourites. These 3 here, not great movies. Apologies if there's any fans of those. And yeah, there's loads of rankings on here. We got the Bong Joon-ho ranking, which, as I say, helped me with my last video. Alfred Hitchcock, as I watch a Hitchcock movie, that also goes on the list. There's 8 films on there at the minute. DCEU ranking, so whenever a new DC film comes out. MCU ranking, have included the shows on here. So as you can see, we've got Loki there, WandaVision, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier down here. But yeah, my MCU ranking, this is always a fun one. Whenever we see a new MCU film, of course, gets chucked on here. Like, we'll have Shang-Chi coming on the list in a couple weeks, which is really exciting. But yeah. What other rankings have we got on here? We got Disney live actions, we got Pixar, Studio Ghibli movies, that's a fun one. 2018, Zack Snyder rankings. So there's a lot of cool rankings on there. But yeah, and then of course, the best part is just I always love looking through other people's lists of films they've watched. So they all go in chronological order of release. This is the newest film I've seen, Reminiscence. Sweet Girl. Yeah, Kissing Booth 3, I did watch that. That was a very interesting film to get through. Free Guy, Green Knight, Suicide Squad, Jungle Cruise, Jolt, Snake Eyes, Old, Pig, and Fear Street Part 3, all on the top row there, all the latest ones. And it's great because you could just keep going back, scroll all the way to page 18, the final page. And here you can see the oldest film I've ever watched from 1933 is King Kong. And from that same year, Son of King Kong. Then you've got like some of the Disney animated classics on this as well, with Snow White. You've got Pinocchio. Then you've got some classics down here as well, like Casablanca, Rope, Mighty Joe Young. And then, as you can see, there's a lot of kaiju action on here as well, from the original Godzilla, through to Dimension and some Gamera. And, you know, some personal favourites of mine are back here as well, with Psycho. We got some musicals. We got The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, Doctor Strangelove. You know, so yeah, that's great because you can go back to all these old films as well, which is fun. I'm skipping to what is... No, hang on. Page 17, I believe, is my favourite page. Look at this. So many great films here. I love going back here sometimes. This is how sad I am with this app. I love going back to this page and looking at films around this sort of portion here, where you've got things like Jaws, Rocky, the original Star Wars, Halloween, Apocalypse Now, Aliens, Stalker. Just so many incredible movies there. So yeah, and just before that, you've got things like Clockwork Orange, The Godfather, you know, just so many brilliant movies. But yeah, this app is absolutely fantastic for things like that. And as I say, I do employ any movie fan. It's just sort of me advertising the app a little bit. They should be paying me, really, because I'm more or less sponsoring them. This is me more or less saying, guys, if you like your movies, this app is brilliant. It's just great to keep them logged. And I just really enjoy going on there. So yeah, I wanted to do a little video on it just to sort of say, hey, this is my page, this is what it's like. And yeah, as I say, there's loads you can do on it. For me, my favourite thing is the lists. You can just do so many on here. You know, there's no limit. And if you pay, you can pay money to get a few little extra features. For me, I don't really need to pay to get the extra features. The extra features don't really do loads for me. You can add like back pictures and stuff to some of your reviews. That doesn't bother me really. So yeah, I mean, this is just ideal for me. It's perfect. And if you guys do not have Letterboxd, I implore you, I really highly suggest you should go get this app. It's absolutely fantastic. And well worth your time. It takes a while to log all your movies. When I got the app a couple of years ago, you know, I was going through my head all these films I've watched over the years and just giving them marks out of 10. Or out of 5, sorry. You know, and it you know, sometimes you forget about them because, funny enough, you can sort these in different orders when added, newest added. So these are the films that I've recently added. So you got all the films here I recently watched. I've got Anaconda and Anacondas, Search for the Blood Orchid, I think it's called, which you can see here, these two films. I watched them years ago, but I just realised I hadn't logged them on Letterboxd yet. So, you know, that's the thing. It is just thinking of all the films you've seen, especially when you've seen as many films as I have, and I know that there are people out there who have seen 10 times more than me still. But yeah, it's fantastic for stuff like that. It just takes a bit of time to log them all, but once you've logged them all, you know, you're set every time you watch a new one. The first thing I do after I watch a new film, like last night or yesterday, I watched Snake Eyes in the morning. I went straight on Letterboxd and logged it. Then in the evening, I watched Pig. As soon as I watched it, went straight on Letterboxd, logged it. Then I watched Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2 from 1993. Straight on Letterboxd, logged it. And this morning, I watched Sweet Girl. And I went straight on Letterboxd and logged it. So it's a really good app for stuff like that. And I think it's interesting because, like, you can click on a film here. Like, let me click on a popular movie. Let's go with, where's the Suicide Squad? There it is. Let's click on the Suicide Squad. So, click on it. There we go. We got the back picture. Looks awesome. I love the way Letterboxd is designed as well, by the way. It's incredible. You got all your usual, you got all this, and you can sort of see here, it's got a 3.7 out of 5 overall. Most people giving it a 4-star there. 71,000 people have given it 4 stars. 33% of the ratings have gone there. But you can also scroll down, and these are like, you got the popular reviews, and then, okay, this is a bit different, because I'm used to doing it on the app. I'm not going to lie to you, not on the computer here. But on the app, you can see, like, people that you follow, see what they've given it. So it's interesting. It's also like a bit of a social media thing, where you can see what your friends are giving this movie. And I think it's interesting. Especially when you get a bit more of a controversial movie. It's interesting to see what people are giving it out of 10 and stuff. So, yeah, but... yeah, I mean, there you go, guys. There's Letterboxd. It's a really fantastic little website, I think, for anyone who likes movies. I'm sure most of you know about it already as it is, but I thought I'd come on here because I'm sure there's a couple of people that don't know about it. And, hey, there you go. Download it. It's free. It's a great time. You can follow me. I can follow you. Sounds like a Genesis song. But anyway, yeah, it's well worth your time. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.